I've just been joined by James Brewer after the Emsley Carr's mile, who's just absolutely annihilated the 4-minute barrier. Unconfirmed yet, but we think around about 3:54.8. So first Brit as well. James, just your thoughts on what was a highly impressive performance?
It was just like an awesome race. I mean, I ran the under-23s last week, and it didn't feel like I had to work there. It's just a burn up of the last two, so I wanted to come here and just really show what kind of shape I'm in. And just to be out there in front of that crowd, it's awesome.
I was going to say, if you look at the lineup, it was a who's who of definitely mile 1500 metre running, and you've been highly competitive in that. So, like I say, what were you nervous, or was it, like I say, just the challenge, just love to be part of this occasion sort of thing?
I just enjoy being in that kind of field. To be honest, I had a little look at times and stuff like that, but nothing massive. And moving up from the 8, I'm not really that familiar with a lot of 1500 guys, so it's quite nice just going in there a bit naive really, and just seeing who you can beat. Obviously I knew lag out, but other than that, I thought on a good day I could beat any of them. So,
well, even more impressive, I think we've worked out well, it's still unconfirmed, but it may be a PB going through 1500 as well. So in light of obviously the world team selected on Monday, was it like, did you ever consider chasing just solely a 15B standard, or did you just jump at the chance of them racing the mile today? I've
been battling with that question all week, to be honest. So I just go and smack the 1500 as hard as I can and then die down the home straight. But we thought, with the selections, if I get passed down the home straight by 8 people, that's all people are going to remember. So in my mind, I had to come here, run a PB through 15, and then do what I could in the mile. And to be honest, I think I've done a PB through 15, and then I passed a good couple in the home straight. So there's nothing more I can really do. I just have to wait and see with the fingers crossed.
Okay, yeah. Just talking about, as we talked back on now, it's been a highly successful season for someone who's predominantly been focusing on the 8s in previous years. You've made this great transition move up to the 15. Was that a conscious decision, or is it you just ran it? You just feel, was it time? Do you want to move up from the 8, or is the 8 still what you prefer? Or?
Well, I mean, I think you've got to be competitive with both. We never really made the decision to run 1500 specifically this season.
Okay.
I just ran better over them, so we focused on that.
Sure.
I think as well with the group I'm training down in St Mary's now. We've got Andrew Sarge, we've got Damien Moss, who have both been running well this season. I think have a third 800 guy in there might be a bit much.
Right.
So it's been nice to have them pulling me around on the speed work, me helping them out a bit with the distance, and we just work really well together.
I was going to say, because just for those who perhaps didn't know, you decided you stopped your degree at Bath, didn't you? And then you've obviously relocated to St Mary's, and you working with Craig Winrow?
I am,
sorry.
Yeah.
So like I say, how was that talk about that relationship? And obviously, I'm assuming it's culminated in performances like today.
Yeah, I mean, it's really kind of renewed like my motivation. I'm just enjoying myself at the moment. I think definitely when your best results come when you're just having fun. Nothing ever really went wrong with my old coach. I just got a bit stagnant really.
Okay.
And we're still in touch, and I believe he's here today watching.
Sure.
So that relationship's still.
And who was
great.
that? Sorry,
that was Andy Beadle.
Yeah.
In Cheltenham.
Okay. So he laid the foundations, but like I say, just perhaps this change in new scenes just giving you that bit more impetus.
Definitely.
Mate, off today's performance, we're looking at definitely world-class sort of mile running. Definitely.
Yeah.
Bodes well for that 1500. So. Looking forward now, obviously we'll leave the selective decision to them. Have you got any more races penciled in?
I hadn't planned to pass today.
Okay.
I'll wait and see what the decisions are with selection. I don't think there's anything massive to come up. I would like to run 800 again, because I've already run 47 this 147 high this season, so I think that PB is definitely up for review. It's just going to be getting the right race, a bit like today really. Get the right race and it comes. So. And
just one last question, obviously, just talk about probably an up-and-coming Brit, just the 4-minute mile still quite held as obviously this unbelievable feat. So you've not obviously, I understand it's your first mile race, so it's not as though you've just snipped under, you've absolutely smashed it. Obviously Roger Bannister, great historic figure everyone talks about, so how does it feel obviously to be part of someone to say, I've ran a sub 4-minute mile, how does that feel?
I mean, coming here today, I knew there'd be a great crowd, and I'd have had to do something very wrong to not run under 4 minutes.
Okay.
Which, like you said, is on the to-do list really for distance runners.
Sure.
So that was great, and to do it here in the Carr mile, it was just it was quite inspiring when we were in the call room. I had to sign the book, which has been signed by everyone that's run this race since it started in 1952, I think. So just to be in that book now and as a sub 4-minute mile, that's a great achievement.
Okay,
I think. So well pleased with that.
Cheers for that, James. Okay, congrats on today's performance, mate. Thanks for spending the time talking to us, and all the best for the rest of the season.